Welcome to the Goat Refuge here at Escambia Lakes, folks. We're live here on this August 3rd, 2024. And as you can probably hear, up above on the metal roof, rain is falling. And been busy today, mainly harvesting plums, wild plums. Been procrastinating on that for way too long. And so finally I got a lot of that work done today. On 2 trees. They were the small variety. We've got 3 different plums, we believe, out here that we've identified. They just look different colors and such. And we picked 2 from 2 of the small variety that are smaller than a dime. Got about 3 gallons, I believe. That's thousands of little plums. A few hours of intense work. Plum trees on the margins of some woods. Able to reach most from standing up on a bucket if I'm not reaching from the ground. And pulling them on hand over fist, just pulling the plums down. I got a sheet down on the ground, and I'd show you some, but it's all raining out there and wet, and that bucket is sitting out there, and we're going to start getting some processing, so you'll see the plums soon. Anyways, beautiful resource. These plums are just amazing. You know, they're not really sweet right out of the tree, but we're going to be adding Florida cane sugar and making some really great preserves and syrups and wines. So what else did we do today? Before getting in on the plums, which I knew I wanted to start early. Fed some ducks, got new ducks in, just brought them in the other day, and transplanted one big tropical hibiscus plant, the hibiscus saperipa, the Florida cranberry, if you will. And it was a big beauty that was just out here by the cabin and would have gotten eaten by the goats if I wouldn't have transplanted it. So I got that in a row where I'm growing other ones of those, and there's plenty of compost and it's looking good. So I'm recovering. I had a big infection here and a big bump on my face. I don't know if it was a spider bite or what, but that's getting better. And it's the way of life out here, folks. There's injuries all the time. With the goats, I let 4 of the bucks out today that were on confinement. Of course, they're under confinement now in smaller areas because we don't want them mating. It's we kind of really bring this out again and again to really drill it in. We're not meat goat suppliers. We're not raising goats to butcher at 3 months old. Okay, we care about their health. We care about their longevity and the true survival of the fittest, the longevity. We want to give them all the best conditions to thrive. We don't want them mating between April 1st and October 15th because 5 months later, there will be babies all over the place, little baby goats running all around and wanting to nibble on things while, of course, they want to drink their mother's milk. But, you know, when you bring those little babies into the world in the middle of winter and they're in a heavy use area where there's goat poops all around and maybe a few little green things, and all goats are wanting something green besides the hay and pellets and what other things we bring them, you know, seeds and, of course, the cuttings from oak and things that are still green in the winter. They nibble on those little green things, and that's where the worms are. The larvae crawl up on those little green sprouts of whatever's still growing in the winter, and that's no good, folks. We want babies to be born after March 15th when the bahia grass is emerging again. It's coming back to life. The blueberry leaves on the shrubs, all the vines and all the weeds and plants, everything starts coming back in a big way after March 15th. And that's when the mamas will then be leading the babies out. The babies will be learning to forage from day one. I mean, they see the mama doing it, they're going to try some too, folks. It's not just about milk when you're a baby goat. So, I've got bucks locked down at 2 places. Right now I got 4 right over here on the Alabama side, and I got 6 or so with the Florida side, plus a few that are out right now because I wanted them to run around and get some freedom, and they stick around. But I see that a couple of them made it over here when it rained, and they made it back over to this property. If I see any of those young ones starting to mount some does, then they get locked up right away. Don't want no mating until after October 15th, because 5 months later, that is March 15th. Born after March 15th, that's fine. Okay? Just a final word on that. Not all goat people do that, all right? Many of them, I know some that say they're going to have a bunch of babies born in October. Yeah. In 3 months, they go get butchered, they go get sold, they go get eaten for the Ramadan festival or whatever, That's not our game, that's not our business, that's not what we're doing with goats. We were preservationists. We were dealing, on large lands to provide an environment of conservation. We got rare breeds that we're seeking to consolidate and get established so they aren't facing extinction every single moment. So we want to get the numbers up. And our goats, we'd like to see their offspring, the generations, being deployed on conservation lands, being out there in nature. Operations like what we're doing here at the Escambia Lakes Goat Refuge, and then there'll be other lands under the management of Goat Refuge Conservation Land Trust. And we want these goats working on those lands and living great life and multiplying on those lands. So that's basically my day. I mean, I went and fed some goats at the other side, checked in on them over at the other property, and the rain kind of sent me hunkering down into the cabin. So this particular live session today, this daily report, if you will, is mainly my face here talking to you in front of a camera, but usually I'm showing you all kinds of things that are going on out there. So please tell everyone you know who cares about goats and is interested in the Goat Refuge and the Duck Utopia. Yeah, we just brought the ducks in yesterday. Check out the videos on our channel. We brought in some more ducks, and we're going to get more ducks out here. We love the Muscovies because they got the talons and the wings. They can fly. They can deal with the wilds. Survive with the predator pressure that's out here, and all much better than many other varieties of ducks. But we're open to other varieties of ducks. We got some silver appleyard, we got some buff duck out there, and some khaki Campbell something. We're going to get some more ducks, but we kind of want to focus on the hardiest ones, which we like the silver appleyards and the Muscovies. So anyways, we got a lot of work to do. I wouldn't be complete without mentioning one of the most important things that's happening right now is we're getting geared up to do a lot of fencing out here, which is vitally important for the entire mission out there. We cannot do what we want to do without the fencing. Okay, there's been delays, there's been problems with the fencing, there's been endpoints opened up. Like today when I moved those 4 bucks over to this paddock, I think that's, what is it, Zone H? They got out of there somehow. I got to inspect. I think pretty much the water level's too low at the lake again, and that fence wasn't extended down deep enough into the lake. So that's something I got to do now while the lake level's low. That's a high priority. That's something that cycles of several years. The Sally flood from over 2 years ago, that brought the lakes up 9-10 foot deeper. That's around the time I built some of those fences, so they were close to the water level. But then all of a sudden I got to fence in an additional 20, 30, 40, 50 feet. Because there's a lot of pie-like sections with my fence coming down to the edge of the lake. So that's just another thing on the task list right now I got to do, because I want to get those bucks in that paddock there. They got plenty of grass and pine and that nice little, what is it, about a quarter acre or something, for a couple of weeks, and they need more freedom. I don't want them locked down too tightly like they've been here. Daily I cut greens for them. You all know that who follow the channel. Whenever goats are not completely free on massive amounts of acreage at any one time, like these bucks we got on lockdown, You got to cut things for them. They need the greens. Oak, the swamp tie, the laurel greenbrier, sweet gum, lots of pine. We're always culling pine and bringing it out. Black gum tupelo is in the little that they got recently, but that's more scarce. A lot of things we're just going to be multiplying more, like mulberry and other types of trees, sourwood and things. But the main culprits, it's spindly oaks that need to be thinned out of the woods. Of course, the pine, the swamp tie, the laurel greenbrier vines. Those are great. Oh yeah, I'm gonna mention we're gonna be going wholesale out against the yellow jasmine. It's a vine that strangles up the trees and can mess with the tree health. They're beautiful, the first yellow flowers in the spring, but they're a bit excessive out here, and they are toxic technically to goats. Our goats avoid them, and they're not going to eat them, and we've never seen an issue. But we don't want huge amounts of that around here, and there's some places where it's more concentrated. So yes, we're going to be going after that yellow jasmine in a big way here. Some people buy it actually and they grow it. It's a beautiful ornamental jasmine, different than your other types of jasmine, and flowering at a different time and such. And it's actually pretty easy to grow. I get generous amounts of roots and everything when I send out the packages of that stuff. I've got a lot of different buyers for that. Anyway, so we're attacking that. And there's a lot of interesting things we're doing that. But keep following the channel. Please tell all your friends. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're around 700 right now. God, that's nothing. We just need a few, 200-300 subscribers right now to get up above 1,000. Kind of a symbolic milestone. And then we will get some budget eventually and start spending money on YouTube and get a lot more people finding us. If you do care about goats, you really should be following Goat Refuge. I just got to say that, because we truly and sincerely care about these goats, and you will see it in everything we do. And we welcome more conversation, more interaction, and like everything, please. I guess that's what you got to do. You got to like the videos, otherwise they don't tally it up and rotate it around as much. So please just click like on everything if you like it, of course. If you don't like it, then don't click like. But it's just, just be honest. And if you don't want to chat online, which is, hey, it's just, a lot of stuff's really not for the wide open public. Anyway, give me a call. Talk about something, anything you want to maybe get some clarification on, anything I can help with, anything you can help us with. You certainly have ideas at times of how we might do something better. Might turn out that there's a reason why we don't do it that way, and we can discuss it. It might turn out that it's an idea that maybe we've been procrastinating on it. We've been meaning to do that, but maybe something just new, something that really can help, and we want to get on it and do it. So this live daily report is pretty much me speaking to the camera here, speaking to you all, and usually it's going to be outdoors, but we had the rain come in. Usually I'm going to be showing you so many things out there and running around, and you're going to see a lot of things in the live session. It's a little different view than the videos we've been producing. We're going to do a lot more better videos with tripods and all. Most of it is camera in hand. It's horrible, but I mean, it's not complete because you don't get that more distant view of everything that's going on, and me in the picture and everything too. Often you don't even see that. So we're going to be doing drones. We're going to be doing action cams. We've got a lot of cams we're setting up to do time lapse and catch the beautiful scenery out here with the lakes and all. So a lot coming, and please tune in and tell everybody, and get them to subscribe and join us. Thank you, folks.